That was our attempt at the mannequin challenge, and I have to say to our audience, that was brilliant, you guys. We did this to the tune of Black Beatles by Ray Shremmerd. So it was really fun, and I'm glad everyone had a good time. Did you have a good time doing it? America is hitting the polls as we speak. Have y'all voted yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. Y'all voted yet? Well, I went to my polling station before work today, and it was kind of crazy because I was supposed to vote in another place, but they said that changes had been made, so I had to go to a new place to vote. So you should give yourself some time because things may have changed and it may take you a little longer. But I shot a little bit of tiny video when I was there. Take a look. So I'm online. I'm waiting to vote. See, there's lots of people online. So I'll be the work when I get there.
Thank you for voting.
These are all the folks that volunteered their time to come here and help us to do this. So, hey,
Thank you.
it was a good morning. I'm on my way in. So I just,
I voted on Sunday because I'm in California.
Right.
I had usually do it by mail, but it didn't come in the mail. So I had to go to an early voting polling place. And I got there 2 hours before it opened because the lines were up to 6 hours in California. And so I made it out in 3 hours, and I have a little video because the lady behind me, she was Facebook Living the whole thing. I told you I was going to get it on The View for you.
but
That
just
was so cute.
Yeah, but everybody just has to be patient. It's real. It's because the lines are long, but everyone is coming out, and people were saying all week, no, people are coming out.
Good.
It's
coming out.
That's a great thing. It's a great thing. And you know, last night both the candidates made their final pitches. Trump promised real change. Just in the little areas that I've been in, folks are really tense, you know, and I think this campaign has had folks really, really tense. What do you think?
What scares me is that if you look at the unfavorable numbers, they're bad for both of them. So no matter who gets elected, there's going to be a lot of unhappy people. Is the bottom line. But in particular, these two candidates were really, their unfavorable numbers were higher than I had seen from candidates in a very long time. So what I'm hoping is that everyone can, wrote last night on Twitter, it's time to adult. And if your guy or your woman doesn't win, it's time to remember that we're all Americans. We're all really in this together at the end of the day, and we all have to come together. And you know, you can't count on leadership to do that, because I said yesterday, you know, it often depends on the person who loses being the bigger person. That's not always the case. Sometimes we have to do what they're incapable or maybe incapable of doing and bring people together. So I think that's our job.
Well, I think that message should be held for the politicians as well, because what you also hear in regard to nominations for the Supreme Court, a lot of people are like, I'm digging my heels in, whoever, you know, if this person gets it or this person. What we really need is our politicians to agree that when this is done, they will unite, because otherwise we have someone that's going to sit there with no unity.
They already said, who was it, said, one of them, I forget, was it Chaffetz or one of those, said they're going to impeach her. You know, they're ready to impeach her already. She hasn't even won the election. They're ready to impeach. So where is the unity there? There's no unity.
Well, I think we have to kind of remove some of the emotion out of it, because like we said, half the people are going to be upset. And you know me, I said it yesterday, we have to come together. For the people that pray. And it's not about praying against anyone, it's about praying for that unity. And in my case, I remember that God is sovereign above all things, and he can do whatever he wants regardless of anyone. And what? So
You know, he's hilarious, though, Trump.
God?
No, God's pretty funny sometimes. God has a sense of humor right now.
Absolutely. Look at me.
But Trump, he's like, you know, he's ticked off that the celebrities are backing Hillary. So, you know, she had Jay-Z there, and she had Beyonce and Springsteen. He's like, I had bigger crowds than, I can draw bigger the crowds than Beyonce and Jay-Z. Lie. Okay, and you know something? He has very few celebrities backing him, which is interesting for someone who hosted Celebrity Apprentice. Where are the celebrities endorsing him?
Well, celebrities usually back the Democrat nominee, and it's because it's a Democratic nominee, but it's because of policy most of the time.
You know, I was at his wedding to Marla. He had a ton of celebrities at his wedding. None of them have been backing him that I can tell.
They might like him, but that doesn't mean they want him to be president. That was the big
thing. In jail right now, as a matter of fact.
Well, it's what I said yesterday. My friend sent me. She said, I don't believe that everyone who's voting for Trump is a racist, but I do believe all the racists are voting.
Yeah.
And I thought
the
that
racists are
was
voting for him?
No,
They're out
voting. So it's going to be what it's going to be. Listen, we have faced stuff we don't like on both sides. We've faced this before. We've had boneheads in. We haven't had as clear a bonehead, I think, as we have. And when I call him a bonehead, what I'm talking about is the American values that I know, that I grew up with, don't seem to be things that I've heard him talk about necessarily. But we as a nation, as a people, we always get through it. We don't always agree with the person in office, but we get through it. So that's all we have to, that's our job, is to tomorrow when we get up and say, look, I still got to pay my bills. I still got to fill up my car.
Yep.
Unless you're in Jersey and you're really pissed that the thing went up. You have to feed your baby. There's a lot of practical stuff that you still have to do.
Well,
that it doesn't matter who's in, you still got to do that.
But can I say one word?
You can say many things.
I just want to say one thing. It's like, yeah, she lies, he lies. He lies a lot more than she does, but they both lie, okay, as we notice. But, at the end of the day, you're in a plane, and you have two people sitting in the cockpit. Both of them are liars, but one knows how to fly the plane. That is what you have to be voting for. One of them knows how to fly the plane. One of them knows how to drive the bus. The other one hasn't got a clue. You're going to go down or you're going to fly?
Well,
And you know which one it is. You know which one it is.
Speaking of spending time, going down or going up, Joy, remind everyone where you'll be tonight.
Tonight, I will be on Lifetime television.
Why?
Because The View live election night special with celebrity guests, real-time election results, food, booze, and more will be taken center stage.
So do you mean
and remember,
the
when
show
Ravens,
is going to be
except for you who have has another plan.
Gig.
She'll be watching.
We'll miss you. You're going to miss you, Whoopi, but
She's going to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And does everybody remember when Raven Simone said that this election could make her move to Canada? Well, she heads up there to see how she'll fit in. Take a look.
Is this how Wayne Gretzky learned?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to my world.
Come on.
Okay. Wait. Ow. Grab it. Like that. Oh. Whoa.
I guess everyone plays.
Curling. She needed to dance.
Yeah, I would have thought she'd have been curling, but yeah. All right, well, what do I know? We'll be right back with more Hot Topics.
Later, Jennifer Aniston attacks the media. How she's hitting back at tabloids who paint her as a sad, childless woman.
Welcome back. So the question is really, what exactly is at stake in the election? What are the biggest factors that will put one of them in the White House? And we talk about the Electoral College, and we talk about all the things that you need. So everyone is armed with pieces of the information of what all this means. Does anybody want to explain what the Electoral College is and why it's important?
It basically exists to guarantee that no one state that's heavily populated has too much of an influence. So they tried to figure out, how do we make everyone have an equal say into who wins a presidential election? So it's divided up, and right now there are, 538 electors. that are chosen, and it's 50 states plus the District of Columbia, and the person who's going to, fight tonight to win needs 270.
Right.
So you have to try to figure out their path to victory, and in that process, there's battleground states. Everybody watches Florida and Ohio and New Hampshire, and there are certain states that each of them need, and you always have these experts on the news saying, well, if Donald Trump gets this one and this one, he needs this one. But the path is harder for Republicans right now. The electoral map is set up in a way that these very ethnically diverse and populated states lean Democrat, and because of that, they carry a lot of electoral votes, like New York, like California, and that makes it harder for them.
So why do you think they're scared? Because the demographics are changing.
Yes.
You don't have just white people voting anymore. And then somebody told me that if she wins Florida, she wins.
Yeah, he needs Florida. If you see Florida
if she
go
gets
for Hillary
Florida
Clinton,
tonight, game over.
She even gave you a snap. That's spicy.
Florida's always been a little tricky. Very tricky state, Florida.
Florida's
And
always
human,
been tricky.
extremely human.
Fun to vote there, though. Think about that. You vote in Florida, you feel like you're like, it's fun.
Really
It's
nice.
fun.
Yeah, we've actually been residents of Florida. My husband flew to Florida and voted there because it is
Who'd he vote
one
for?
of the
Hillary?
states that his vote will make a difference either way. So he did.
Yeah.
He actually flew to Florida. Can you believe it?
Well, because people are coming out of the woodwork to vote. It is that important to people. And, when you look at all the countries where you don't get to vote, where people tell you who's coming in and how things are going to...
Like Russia?
Well, there's a lot of countries. There's a lot of, there's a lot of countries where people come in.
Love you, Joy.
I mean, Russia's one of those countries. Trump says, oh, Putin, well, he's wonderful, he's great. Meanwhile, you think that's a legitimate election over there?
No.
Come on.
Well, but this is, and that's what we want to remind people. This is your right. It is your right. Your right to get out and vote. So,
I know.
We always like to go to the deep stuff.
Go there.
Uh-oh.
Go there.
And
Uh-oh, here she comes. She's coming out.
no, it's a different one today. In the new issue of Marie Claire, Jennifer Aniston is hitting back hard at the tabloids that say she has shamed pretty much every part of her life, and that she represents being painted as a sad, childless thing. Now, I didn't know that the tabloids had been painting her this way. But do they paint her as a sad, childless thing? And why?
I feel like they're always talking about, every headline was always like rumors of as to whether she got married or if she wants a baby or maybe she is having a baby or she has a surrogate. Like, it was always reducing her to marriage or babies. And I think it is funny because I think that I didn't even notice that a lot of times I'll ask women, oh, do you want kids? I actually do it to men as well.
Right.
But it's making an assumption, especially with women, that, oh, you're single. Are you dating anyone? Like, we jump, it's those taglines we jump to. And what she was saying is, I've worked so hard all my life, I have something to show for it that may not come in the form of a child or a husband. And so I understood her message.
Yeah.
I did.
I think we kind of got obsessed with Jennifer because she has been America's sweetheart since she was on Friends, and then she got married to Brad, and we just fell in love with this fairy tale that she had, and then it didn't seem to work out the way that we wanted her life to work out.
Yeah.
Right.
No, sure, yeah.
That's why she gets picked on that way.
Yeah, but if you go to the dentist, you can't avoid a story about her from Us Magazine, all these magazines. She gets more publicity about this baby thing than Mary and Joseph did.
Right.
I mean, really, it's enough already. Stay out of the girl's uterus.
I mean, is it... I'm just going to leave Mary and Joseph alone. We'll be right back. America is not just divided at the polls right now. The FDA cannot decide whether to classify the chocolate hazelnut product Nutella as a spread or as a dessert. Oh. Yeah, baby. People are taking sides. People are taking sides, screaming at each other. So whose side y'all on?
It's a dessert.
It's a spread.
It's a dessert.
It's a spread, baby.
I think it could be both.
Now,
The number one ingredient is sugar. That sounds like dessert to me.
I need it right next to the peanut butter jar because I eat them both the same way, right out of the jar with a spoon.
it's a spread.
It's a dessert, you guys. It's like if you take a piece of cake and spread it on a cracker, it's
That's
still dessert.
but that's not cake. That's a spread.
Have you tasted it? It tastes like cake.
But it depends how you use it, because people say this to me about icing, that it's a spread, but I take that icing right out of the container. I make a cupcake out of the icing, and I eat it.
But if you put it on toast, it's called breakfast.
And you know that its function is supposed to ice other things like cake.
But it could
that
be a
has
dessert.
never been anything but a spread.
When I put
and
it
it's
on the
been
dessert
around.
tray?
You can put it. You could spread it on your husband.
And I just love
I don't think I can handle that, Candace.
What? I think the country needs to come together and we should just call it a schmear.
That sounds like a procedure.
But yeah, it does. A pap smear. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a spread. It has always been a spread and has been one of the best tasting things on the face of the earth.
Can it be both? Like a dessert you spread? Oh, that
Well,
can sound
yes.
Yeah.
But here's why, because the nutrition value, the serving size would have to change if they define it as a spread or a dessert.
Meaning we'd have to get a bigger serving size?
A smaller one.
If it's a dessert, yeah, it's going to be much smaller. It's a spread.
I'm back to that. You know what? Consider it converted. It is a spread.
That's what I say. What do you think? A spread? All right, FDA.
I'm so easy.
FDA, our audience and our panel says spread this bad boy. And apparently, not only are we deciding that, but apparently women start hearing the clock ticking when they hit their mid-30s. Really? That late? Okay, but research found that having a baby just after you turn 35 can make women mentally sharper as they grow older because of a surge in hormones. So is putting off motherhood the right idea? Listen, see, this is, remember we were just talking about Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah.
This is one of those questions that makes me crazy.
Yep.
People decide whether they want to have children or not. You do that with your better half or on your own or whatever. But is it something that you do either or? You can do them in conjunction, can you not?
Yeah. And sometimes people's life just doesn't. I actually decided recently that I want kids. And that was because of the way my life looked, the partner I have now. Maybe the partner didn't make sense for that kind of future at the time.
This
when I was
one makes
25.
sense.
This one makes sense.
How long have you been with him?
14 months, a little over a year. And I look at him and I see soccer dad, and I all of a sudden say, oh my gosh, I think I want babies. Like, it completely changed my perception of...
That is beautiful.
No, it is.
Have some spread, baby. Have some spread. You just need to stick some chocolate in your mouth. Yeah?
So to make it official, bring it back from dessert a little. The ABC medical unit said that this may not be representative of everyone, because oftentimes people that choose to have babies later have furthered their education in their career. So it doesn't, it's not a...
It's not your brain, because I was thinking of...
No, they're not associated. They may...
It'll help me with the New York Times
Because I
crossword
had a
puzzle.
baby at 38. I was hoping this would kick in. It's not yet. There's no mental clarity.
You know, it's always different for everybody. Having a baby, not having a baby, you'll decide what's right for you. In the meantime, Nutrella, baby. We'll be right back.
Could Trump really top Hillary? Or will Clinton clinch it? GOP strategist Ana Navarro maps out both candidates' paths to the presidency next.
As you know, is deciding who our 45th president will be as we speak. And joining us in the Hot Topics right now is GOP strategist who let her voice be heard during this election, honey. Oh, she let them have it. Please welcome Ana Navarro. Oh, that was made me laugh. Anyway, you know, this has been, at least since the last time you and I together was when you first came in. So it's been 2 long years. You've covered your share of elections. What the hell? What happened? Where are we?
We are crazy. We are surreal, right? We have gone through the looking glass. We are now sitting down with Alice in Wonderland. Think about this, guys. We are in an election where people are boasting about being deplorable or being nasty. Yeah. That's where we got. Yeah. You know, we are talking about body parts. We're talking about, we're doing mannequin challenges. And you know what we're not talking about? We're not talking about policy. Mind you, Donald Trump wins. I might be doing a mannequin challenge myself for the next 4 years. But so here's the good news. Give yourselves a group hug, America. We survived. Yeah. I think this has been such a tough journey for our country, so divisive, so hostile. The things that have been injected into the debate, into the political language this year have been racist, misogynist, sexist, bigoted. It's just been too ugly. We deserve better, and this should never happen again.
Anna, you always tell it like it is, which is why everyone loves you. But
or hates me.
You doubled down this season, so I want you to take a look at something. Everyone, if you're not, I want to remind you guys that
my mother is so close to disowning me over that, you have no idea.
It was extremely effective and true, but you are a Republican, so how are you dealing with all of this?
I'm dealing with it just fine. I'm a Republican. I don't think Donald Trump is. No. I was a Republican when Donald Trump was a Democrat.
Right.
I was a Republican when Donald Trump was an independent. And I'm a Republican today. I defend the values that I grew up with, the values of strong faith, of family unity, of inclusiveness. What I see today is not the Republican Party, the Republican values that I embrace. And I'm still a Republican because I think it is incredibly important that this country has a two-party system, two healthy parties offering solutions, debating the problems that we have, and God forbid, maybe even working together to solve some of those problems.
Now, I understand you voted early in Florida, and we hear that you were going to be writing your mother in, but then you changed your mind. Who did you vote for?
I wanted to cast a protest vote. I frankly have a lot of issues with Hillary Clinton, and I'm a Republican. It's very hard when you're an activist, when you've been born in this and grown up in this your entire life. The party loyalty factor is very strong. But I live in a swing state. I live in a swing state, and the damn thing is too close. It's too close to call. It's 50-50. I decided, you know what, girl? Get yourself together. You can't do symbolism this year.
So who'd you vote for?
I voted for Hillary Clinton. I voted for Hillary Clinton. More than anything, I voted against Donald Trump.
Yeah, that's fine. Good enough.
I voted, and I think people need to know that. There's a lot of people in America who feel just like me, who don't like either of the candidates. You were talking about it. They've got historic unpopular ratings. Now, if you don't like either of the candidates like I don't, and you want to vote against something, vote it. Because you know what, America? We got to stand up against bigotry. We got to stand up against racism. We got to stand up against misogyny. We got to stand up about people boasting about sexual assault and sexual harassment in a video and explaining it away as locker room talk. It is not locker room talk. It is criminal talk.
You need to run for office, Grandma. Yeah. I want you to run. I want you to run for office.
I don't.
Right?
That would be great. Oh my God, Joy would vote Republican.
Not necessarily, but I'd love to see someone like you out there fighting for your party.
Yeah,
the party. The good side of your party.
Well, it's actually true, Anna, because, you know, the party right now, the Republican Party, is kind of like shredded. So maybe a smart, strong woman from Florida is what we need.
Exactly,
so
Ann.
I'm writing her in. Come back anytime.
Baby, I
Too
live
late.
my life.
They love you. They love you. They want to see, because we want you to be strong. We want another strong. We want an opposition that is strong and says, hey, no, we can do it this way. No, we can do it this way. That's what we're supposed to be doing. This other stuff is just not working the way you want it to. Anyway, thank you, Aniston. We will be right back. Go, go.
Thank God, of the nastiest presidential election in history. But our friend and backup dancer friend, Mario Cantone, is about to show you that
It's like a disco. Hail to the chief.
Americans haven't lost their sense of humor.
Oh, sorry.
We want to get you a proper welcome. Please welcome Mario Cantone. Okay, these are hilarious products.
Are they really?
Start me out with the dartboard, please.
Yeah, this is a Clinton and
We can't both aim at the same one.
What's his name again? Oh, Donald Trump. Dartboard.
Oh!
Well, forget. You know
Don't
what?
shoot that.
What's the purpose of this? So, like.
That's a write-in.
Wait. No.
Look out! Get out of my way! Go! Oh my gosh, you made.
All right,
Okay.
you know what? What's the purpose of the Trump one? If you hit a bullseye, you get to stay in the country? That's how he's going to decide policy, by just throwing darts at a wall. I wish it was a piñata.
And so objective he is. Okay. Now, if you like hearing Donald Trump talk, which
I didn't even pull it.
that's what she said. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
This is. Yeah.
What is this?
It speaks his crap.
The last
That's
thing
what
I
it does. It does. But you know, it's got a lot of purpose. Yeah, he's got to get next to go to pay for the
last place I want to hear about him is when I'm on. Never mind.
No, all right, stop, because I can't hear it anymore.
No.
You love China? Me too.
Oh, it said China.
Yeah, it said China.
Oh, I thought
Yeah, he loves China.
Oh my God.
Well, you know what you can do with this? This is good for wiping away tears of disappointment.
Okay.
Also, ladies, you can stuff yourself so you go from a 5 to a number that's acceptable to Trump. So it's good stuff.
Now, I like to look at the hairy socks.
These are horrifying.
Everyone could use a pair of these.
These are so horrifying. Look at them. I mean, don't put them on the kids. They'll come home with lice. This is horrifying. And they go great with either a pantsuit or neckties made in China. Really nice.
Hillary's hair does not look like...
No, it doesn't. That's wrong. That's inaccurate. I mean, she looks like, I don't know, she looks like...
More like a Halloween...
she looks horrifying. I don't know what that is. But, you know, these are good. And if you have cold feet because you have no qualifications and you want to be leader of the free world, these are the things to wear.
Now,
Do you think I'm a little pissed off? Excuse me for not being bipartisan. I am not bipartisan. I have never been by anything.
So you're not going to play both sides of this aisle?
Oh, God, no. No, if I was going to play both sides, we'd be on the floor together, baby, me and you. She's a gorgeous girl. She's a beautiful girl.
I'm honored, Mario. Now, tell me, Hillary's had plenty to say about the email.
This is the email. This is...
I did not send or receive any emails that were marked classified.
On the bright side, she sounds very lovely and energetic. And yeah, you could...
So what do you do? Where do you put this?
I don't know what you do with it. Where do you get them? At outfriendlyforest.com?
Was marked classified.
Yeah, it's just her and broken record.
Yeah, when you order these, put the coupon code James Comey sent me, you know.
And you get free shipping.
I'm sorry. You know, mishandling emails is very different from mishandling women.
True. True, as they say. You know what? Here we go. No. No, this next one is perfect for any office because this isn't obnoxious at all.
Oh, these look like they were made by the makers of HR Puff and stuff. These are so bizarre.
I will be the greatest president.
Wrong.
she laughs.
Yeah. Oh, she laughs. She laughs. You know, these actually work. You can veto a pesky health bill. I can't. That's horrifying. That looks like, this looks like Anthony Hopkins in Magic. Remember he had the puppet? Yeah, these are good. You can plagiarize the First Lady's speech if you want. You can do anything you want.
Now, this one makes me feel, I'm blushing. What are these? Because it looks like it might be, they're wrapping this segment.
Well, they're condoms. They're election condoms. So, yes, they are rigged for your pleasure. That is horrifying. Yes, feel the burn or build a wall between you and an STD.
Great for any position.
Good. Yeah. Well,
Step away from it.
And some of these,
Don't debate rap your candidate. Okay. Oh my gosh, keep going.
I like this one. I'm huge. If I had to open this up before sexual relations, it's the opposite of
We
Cialis.
missed the blindfold segment.
All right.
I think we have to go on break. For more information on any of these products, check out our website.
Look.
Stop. You can catch Mario Canton's Broadway holiday show December 3rd at the Parker Playhouse in Fort Lauderdale.
Yes.
We'll see you tonight on the View Live Election Night
I
special.
can't wait.
On Lifetime Television for Women and Mario. We'll be right back.
Hey, now. So welcome back. We're playing a little pin the toupee on Trump. We're live streaming after the show. Is that
Yes, we
correct?
are. Yes.
Okay, so that'll be fun. We're live streaming after The View on Facebook Live. ABC News anchor Juju Chang and journalist Shushan Park will be here with a preview of The View Live Election Night special tonight on 9 p.m. on Lifetime. Watch it. Have a great day. Take a little time.